casually. Hey there, beautiful. I'm Patrice, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel. Come on in, have a seat, grab your tea, and take a sip. All right. So, let's talk. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the time when I had my longest stint with writer's block, and then what I did to try to overcome it. So, here goes. I'm going to ask you to bear with me because it might be a little tough to get through this story. Summer of 2019, I lost a very close friend of mine. And not only was she a close friend, but she was also my mother's sister. So she was my aunt. And here's the interesting thing. When we were little, we didn't get along. I don't even know if we liked each other. We did not get along. But when we became adults, we developed a bond and became close friends. She was actually one of my biggest supporters and my biggest fans. And when I lost her, I think it felt like a piece of me died. And I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory. So she fought for 14 long years and won with cancer, right? So this time we just thought, okay, she's going to be fine. She's going to bounce back. And it was difficult when she didn't. So the month that she died, it was June, and it came on quick. I think part of it for me was that I felt guilty. So earlier that month, they went on vacation, and so sometimes our families would go on vacation together. And this time my son was filming, and I couldn't go, and she was like, "Girl, I'll see you next year." So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna see her next year. So I'm thankful that my daughter went and she got to spend time with her, but I didn't get to, and I think I felt really guilty about that. So the month that she died, that was June 2019, I was in the middle of writing a screenplay. And if you know anything about screenplays, you know that screenplays usually are between 90 and 110 minutes, or 110 pages rather. So I was about 60 or 80 pages into the story, and I just stopped. Now, even though I had an outline, I could not move forward. Like, I knew what was supposed to happen, but I still couldn't move forward. I couldn't think about it. I had no motivation. And I remember the month, like when she died, I was actually trying to write the story. We were holding on until the last minute, right? Holding on, thinking she's going to make it, she's going to make it. And then when I got the call that she passed away, immediately I went and got my tickets, my airplane tickets, because she lived on the other side of the country. They set the funeral date, but they couldn't change it. So I'd gotten insurance thinking, okay, you know what? I can just cancel these tickets and, I get the second set. They wouldn't give me my money back. I spent almost $1,000 the first time around. So it was almost like a donation to the daggum airlines company. That was frustrating. I needed to be there, so I would do it again, but it was still frustrating because I submitted the claims to get my money back for the first set of airplane tickets, and they just wouldn't refund me my money. So that was frustrating. I let it go. After trying to fight it, I just let it go. I come back and I try to start on the story, and it just wouldn't flow. So I did that probably like a month. I'd write 1 or 2 words. That's it, really, like 1 or 2 words. So the next month, July, was her birthday. Nothing happened. Still had no motivation, couldn't do anything. The next month was August, and it was almost like I could hear her voice in the back of my head saying, "What are you doing?" It was almost like she was saying, "Snap out of it, girl." And that was her. That's why she was my warrior queen, our warrior queen, because she gave us motivation to fight, to push, to keep going. I kept thinking, oh my God, I'm not honoring her. So I sat down to try to write the screenplay again, and I couldn't do it. I usually say can't, never could, right? But this case, I couldn't do it. I had no motivation. So I was working on another project at the time, and it gave me inspiration to write a children's book. And I felt led to ask my teenage son to write the book with me. So I did. And he said, sure. So I gave him an assignment. I said, okay, I want you to write down 5 things that you want to talk about in the book. 5. And he did it. He gave it back to me in a couple of days. About a week later, we sat down and we started writing out more of what we wanted to talk about in the book. And before you know it, we had written the book. So by December 31st, we finished the last bit of it, and we registered the copyright on that day, December 31st, 2019. We registered the copyright, I think. Yeah. Starting January 2020, we started looking for an illustrator. We found an illustrator. She did beautiful work, and she illustrated our book. Next, it was time to look for a book formatter. We went through 3 book formatters, and the first one was okay. We just couldn't see eye to eye as far as like the vision. The second one, not so great. I used my aunt's birthday as motivation for us to finish the book. So the book was dedicated to her, and our goal was to have the book out by her birthday. Finally, I decided to just format the book myself. I almost quit at least 3 times. I almost quit. We got the book out, and we had it submitted by her birthday. So that next year, and that was the 1-year anniversary, we got the book out. So August 2020, I started promoting our book. Royal and I, we were promoting, doing great, selling lots of copies of our book. And the next couple of months, I spent really focusing on promoting our book, Color Me Capable. And I didn't even really think about that screenplay at all, because I put it out of my mind thinking, I don't know if I'll ever finish it. Maybe I'll start something different. December 2020, I got my mojo back. I was so excited. Oh my goodness. I don't know what clicked, but maybe it was the fact that I hadn't thought about it, and I'd, put it out of my mind, and I'd stopped trying to like stress myself out about it. It just clicked, and I was writing again. I was actually able to sit down, look at the outline, go back, read the story, and then start writing down what I wanted to happen, like detail for detail. And I started writing it, and I had it finished by January 2021. So, woohoo, woohoo. I was super excited. As you can tell, I didn't know if I was going to finish it, but I did. That is the time when I had my longest stint with writer's block. So I don't know if you're going through writer's block or if you've ever experienced it, but if you have, it's frustrating. I don't think I've ever had it to that extent. This one I think had a lot to do with grief and guilt and just a lack of motivation. The one person who motivated me so much was gone. And I didn't know how to move forward until I realized that I just need to move forward. And that's what I did. So that's my story. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening to my story. It's a true story. Kind of wish it wasn't the story, because I still miss my friend and my aunt. But she's not in any pain anymore. And she's still motivating me. So I hope that this encouraged you to keep moving. Sometimes you have to take your focus off of the project that you're working on and look at something different, and then come back to it with fresh eyes and a fresh mindset. That's exactly what I did, and I feel like I got a home run. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video serves as motivation and inspiration for you to know that you can overcome writer's block. Comment down below your experience with writer's block. Do you think it exists? Some people don't think that writer's block is a thing. I actually happen to believe that it is a thing, but I think that you can overcome it. Also, Let me know in the comments section if you'd like to see more videos on writer's block. We can talk about the different types of writer's block as well as how to combat those. If you haven't subscribed, be sure that you go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button. And thank you for listening to my story, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.